Hey there, it's Old Man Steve. And, you tell me in your comments that you like to hear my stories. Well, I thought I'd tell you my story about when I lived in New York. I'm from Texas, and I'm in Texas. And when I was a young man back in the 60s, the 1960s, and I was in my 20s, and I decided all my friends were in they were dancers or singers or actors, and that was the kind of people I ran around with because that's what I was interested in. And they all, after we got out of high school, they took off for New York or California. And my best friend went to New York, and after he got up there and got settled, he said he got an apartment, and he said I needed to just come on up there. So I didn't have any money, and my family, I was not getting along with my mom and dad, and I forgot what it. I think I sold some. I had some record albums, and I sold and got enough money for a bus ticket, and took off for New York City. A young man in his early 20s. Well, let me tell you, going to New York was like going to Europe for me. I mean, it was like a foreign country. People lived differently, they talked differently, and they acted differently from what I knew from growing up as a very naive young man in Texas. But there I was in New York City, got off the bus with my little old suitcase, just like in the movies. Like Midnight Cowboy. Except I wasn't like him. But here I was petrified. But my friend was there, and so, but what I didn't know was that he had met a gal, and she'd moved in with him. So when I got there was no place for me I had to sleep on the floor. But it was the beginning of the summer, and he had gotten a job working at a summer theater in upstate New York, and working in the box office, which he'd never done. And he didn't really want to do that. He wanted to be a set designer. And in the meantime, he got another job at another theater doing set design, and he wanted to know if I wanted his job, because I obviously didn't have a job. I'd just gotten there. And I said, well, I've never worked at a box office. And he said, well, neither have I. So he contacted the producer of the theater, and I went for an interview, and he said, sure, come on up, So I caught the train, went up to upstate New York, and right outside of Albany in Latham, New York, and worked at this summer theater in the box office. And that was the beginning of my box office career. And it was an experience. I was in what was called the Tri-City area. There was Schenectady, Albany, and I forgot the other, Troy, New York. And I think it took me all summer just to learn to say Schenectady. I mean, I really had a hard time with people's accents and their names, and I was just this dumb kid from Texas. I just couldn't understand people, and it just, but a lot of people thought it was funny, or they thought it was cute that I had this Southern accent, and which I didn't think I did. I didn't think I had an accent, but apparently I did. So I spent my first summer in New York, in upstate New York. I wasn't even in the city. And so that was the beginning of my New York adventure. And this is chapter 1 of my stories. I have lots more that I will tell you in as time goes by, okay? I don't want to do it all at once and make the video too long, but I do have some interesting stories, or at least I think they are. So I will see you next time, okay? Bye.